Welcome into Buccaneer Insider. I'm your host, Nick Case. I'm back. Killian is off, celebrating the holidays early, joined alongside Anna Whitty, and somebody new to the CSU and the baseball team, Houston Parker. Houston, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I think it's going to be great. So just love my time here at Charleston so far and just ready to get after it this spring for sure.
Well, and we'll start there. Had you been to Charleston before you came to Charleston Southern?
I have not. This is my first time ever being here, and I think it's been a great transition. I've loved every second about it. It's a whole lot. A lot of people here are really friendly. Team's nice. Everybody's just been really open in arms for me, so I think it's been great.
So you've never been to Charleston before. How did you hear of CSU, and kind of what led you to coming down here to play?
I don't know if you're familiar with the transfer portal or anything, but when entering the transfer portal, there with the new hire here, Coach Izio, we played against each other. He was a coach at Pearl River Community College, and I played at Meridian Community College, and so that connection kind of built up right there. And I think from him seeing us play against, he was able to reach out, and then that's kind of how I got connected here. And, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'd love to come play for you just because, I have a bunch of friends. I'm friends with his younger brother who's actually committed to come here next year. So, and I think it's going to be great. And that's how it just kind of got linked up here. And, and who would have thought? Never really knew. But, I've loved it so far.
So you said you know Coach Izio, and that's kind of the driving factor of what brought you here. What do you think of the rest of the staff? Coach Mack, Coach Deck, Coach Bortles?
I think our staff's electric. Obviously Coach Mack coming from a very, very great baseball school. Under the last year head coach of the year and everything. Coming in, and he's just brought a bunch of energy, a bunch of new things. Kind of, we're turning this program around, and I think it's for the better. And with Coach Bortles and Coach Deck, kind of both are fresh, pretty much out of their playing careers, and it's just every day is tons of energy, ready to go, competitiveness. We're gonna compete. They're gonna get on you when you mess up or anything. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to be the best team ever, and we're just trying to win that Big South Conference and just be able to keep going and just strive for greatness.
This is your third school. So
Right.
you had 2 seasons at Meridian, then you went to Arkansas, and now you're here.
Yes, ma'am.
What's that been like for you? You've spent a lot of your career hopping around. Have you enjoyed that, or?
Yeah, I'm grateful for everything. I don't have any regrets or anything or second thoughts. Obviously going to Meridian Community College is one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. I really enjoyed my time there. Coach Suddeth, and he has a great program there, and has been really a staple for Mississippi JUCOs for a pretty good while now. And I think without Meridian Community College or going there first, I wouldn't be where I am right now, because I think it's one of the things that's made me who I am and driven me as far as work ethic, goal oriented, anything, being able just to be a great teammate at the end of the day and just be able to be there for my guys. So
3 stops in 3 years, basically, at this point. What have you taken away from each school? Anything individually?
I would say definitely the lifelong friendships I've had. Created a bunch of things. Obviously, like I said, the work ethic and everything. I think that's kind of proven. If you want to play college baseball, you're obviously going to have a hard work ethic and be able to, not let alone put the skills aside and everything that comes through daily. But obviously, I think the friendships and just being able to create that and be able to have those lifelong memories of just being able to just enjoy knowing that you met some of your best friends playing the game that you love, and I think it just makes it so much cooler.
Yeah, and you're going to have friendships all over
Right.
the country as you get older, so that's kind of cool for you. I want to hear about how you got interested in baseball. Where did your career kind of start, and when did your love for baseball develop?
I say my career kind of started by I have an older brother. His name's Kevin, and my dad's name's Kevin as well, so he's Kevin Jr. But I think just seeing him playing when I was growing up, and he's 5 years older than me, so I always used to play with him and then his friends, and I remember before they were playing, I used to be their bat boy, when they were playing travel ball or anything, and I used to just love being around that. And then as I got older, I just kept playing, and then I would help them, and then I think it just kind of drove me to work harder. I don't know, because obviously they're older, and they were better than me at the time, but I think that's just one thing. And then I think just my parents just being able to be able to just help me and just believe in what I wanted to do and just be able to support me. I think it's what kept me going, just knowing that I could be able to play the game that I love, and then they get the satisfaction of being able to love watching me play and be there for me every step of the way. So I think that was something that was really cool and kind of just kept me going.
Did you ever do any other sports other than baseball?
I played football for a little bit. Yeah, just for a little bit. I don't. It wasn't really high school I kind of went to. We were in a really big conference, or division wise, and I played sophomore year and that was it.
So you're just a baseball
Just
guy.
baseball, yes sir.
Nothing wrong with that?
No, there's not. It's
Baseball
worked
takes
out.
up a lot of your time compared to some other
That
sports.
is true. I think it's worked out. I think I made the best decision. I don't know if I should be playing football in college right now. I don't think so. So
Well, you are a baseball guy. Baseball actually happened this past weekend with the Fall Classic here on
Yes, sir.
campus. Your team won.
they did.
You,
I mean, that's a
what was
given.
your secret to drafting such a winning team?
I think it was just kind of I winged it. I knew I was going to take first overall, Kyle Sandstrom, and because you get 2 for 1. So he's a pitcher and he played center field and hit at the same time. So first overall was him. Then I just kind of just played it out from there. And I think maybe getting the 2 first basemen that we have on the same team, I think that kind of helped. You be able to use one as a DH and then the other one play first. I think it helped when Andrew Bullock hit the walk-off home run for Game 2. That helped a lot after we won Game 1. So I don't know. I just didn't try to think too much, and I just kind of picked guys who I knew were winners and guys that wanted to be out there and they were going to bring energy, and I knew they were going to compete. So
Call me crazy, but game-winning home runs usually tend to
yeah,
help things.
they usually do it, and it worked out for the best. So.
Was there any awards that you guys received, or is it like being the Fall Classic winner? Is it like something that's a big deal here?
We got to eat Sanos while the other team ran laps around the field, so
Nice.
that was awesome. We got us a little T-shirt that says Marucci on the front, and it's got Bucks on the back, and so I think that was something that's awesome that we were able to get, and just I don't know, while we were sitting in the dugout and they're just running around the field, I think I was like, yep, all right, this is worth it.
Hibachi steak or hibachi chicken?
It was hibachi chicken, so it was
White sauce?
There was some, yes sir,
Okay,
yes sir.
That's what
It was good.
That's awesome. I want to hear more about your Twitter caption has you saying you want to be a future strength and conditioning coach. You spoke a little bit about there being a program here for you. Was that a draw for CSU? And tell us about that dream that you have.
Yes, ma'am. I think that it kind of all started. I went to a baseball camp, and I remember going to see it, and I was like, kind of seeing like this. I was like, who's this guy? And it was their strength coach, and I was like, wow, like his job looks awesome. And I've always enjoyed fitness, and I've always loved working out. But I mean, I guess then it was kind of more for just my sport and for my just physical health and everything, well-being. But I think that's what kind of drove me to want to kind of get looking into more. In previous school, obviously, it wasn't. There wasn't really like a program as far as like transferring in, coming from my JUCO. But now here there is the Kines with strength, conditioning, concentration, and then I'm going to be minoring in public health. So I think that's something that really did help me be able to solidify this choice and be able to just help know that like, yeah, that's it right there. And then think I ought to be able to try to like have an internship here and everything with the strength staff, hopefully this summer, just trying to get some things worked out. And I think that's something that I really have enjoyed, and I love just being able to work with athletes, and I love the relationship. And I don't know, I think like why not try to find a career that I love doing. I love working out, so I think it's gonna be pretty good. So
Yeah, best of both worlds.
right, so I don't be able to love my job when I wake up. So I think that's good.
Have you talked much to Brandon, the head strength and conditioning coach here?
I've talked to BG some. We deal with more of Coach Jackson, so I have talked to Coach Jackson, and I think we've created a pretty good relationship here so far, and just being able to just have a guy that's there, he's going to hold you accountable, but then at the end of the day, like he's there to help you get better, and we're just going to show out there on the field come springtime because we've put in the work. And not only that, I mean, we have guys are doing extra. Guys are enjoying it. I think the energy for the lifts this year, as I've heard, previous player or player that was here before this year, saying that like the lifts have been way more intense, way more energy. Guys are buying in. I mean, and you can see it too. I mean, when we implemented the Iron Bucks here this year for this fall, so we do the best pitcher, and that was in the weight room that week, and then the best hitter. So then that puts a competition on all the guys because they want to get on Twitter and everything, get their picture taken, and so I think that's been really fun. It's just kind of putting a little competition atmosphere, but at the same time, we're all getting better, and it's going to be for the guests.
I only ask about Brandon because you're a pretty even keel energy guy.
Right.
Brandon is not that.
Right.
Can you keep up with that, or is that just not your approach?
I don't think I'm not going to be able to not have energy. I think it's gonna be fun.
Strength and conditioning coaches bring like a whole nother side out of people. I know from my experience in college athletics, it's just like if you have the right person in place, you're gonna go and you're gonna enjoy your lift. It makes a whole world of a difference when it comes to strength and conditioning.
And I think being able to set that tone and be able to mindset, like the guys know what to expect and know what you're gonna bring. Like if I don't bring my all every day to y'all, then you're not going to give me your all. So I mean, that's at the end of the day, like I'm here to make you better, and my part is going to be 100%, if not more. And then it's up to my athletes to be able to give back to me. So I mean, I can only control what I can control, and just kind of be there and know that I can help them. And then I think through that, them knowing that I'm there for them, it's going to be the best. So
yeah. About this summer, too, you played Summer League. We saw. Did you play Summer League?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
How was that with COVID? What was the approach that you guys had this summer? How was it playing?
So I was originally scheduled to go to Derby, Kansas, and play for the Derby Twins, where I played my freshman summer after my first year at Meridian. But that kind of kept getting like pushed back. So I was like, well. I don't know if I want to just go all the way out to Kansas for 1 month, but then there's a local summer league at where I live in Tupelo, Mississippi. So I was able to go there. It's called Cotton States League, and it was great. I think it was a better turnout this year. A lot of local guys that usually go off further were able to stay closer to home and be able to kind of get after it. It was a little weird with the COVID and everything. Like our games were shortened, and you're like, I guess we can only play 7 innings because if you play longer than COVID. But I mean, it was kind of weird. But I felt like it was fun. We got second place, which I didn't really like that. But it is what it is, and I think it was a fun energy environment, and just I don't know, being able to meet new guys that I haven't met before, and play with some guys that I have, and just be able to. I was honestly just thankful just for being able to just go out there because. We're playing, and then all of a sudden season cut, and then I had 3 months of doing nothing, and then all of a sudden it's like, all right, yeah, I get to play baseball again. So what if it's only higher many innings? And then so I think that was the best thing, just being able to step back out on the field and just compete.
What was the kind of competition you had? Like, where were these other kids coming from school-wise?
You have some from West Florida, Middle Tennessee. I think there was Mississippi State. There's 2 or 3 Mississippi States, Memphis, University of Memphis, Delta State, pretty much every JUCO in Mississippi in the MAC Jack, and pretty much it was just a fun environment. A bunch of guys already knew, some guys still from my high school and everything. So I think that was fun just to be able to kind of play with them again or play against them, and I think that was fun. So
baseball is unique in that JUCOs can still have a lot of really good talent, unlike a lot of sports. So even if somebody's at a JUCO, doesn't mean they're not really good. But it's still cool to hear that these bigger schools, you're playing against them, and it's a good measure for who you are.
It is. Yeah, it was fun. I think some people don't understand junior college until they actually go there, and I think it's kind of overlooked sometimes, but I think it's what makes some of the best baseball players and just people in general, just because, I mean, you're literally with your teammates every single day, living in the dorms, living it out. There's no practice restrictions or anything, so I mean, you're pretty much just getting after it, and just it's a whole lot of fun. And I credit Coach Suddeth, and then just for being able to kind of instill that in me back in Meridian, and just kind of his mindset and his work ethic, and just being able to show up every day, and then get on you when you need it. And I think it's what makes a lot of great baseball players in the city, for sure.
Well, yeah, and a lot of athletes are probably envious of you guys being able to play because this summer a lot of sports
Right.
weren't able to play at all.
Right.
So the fact that you got to go out there is awesome.
For
But
sure.
you said you've never been to Charleston before. I know it's a weird year. You've probably not
Right.
experienced a lot of it. But what have you enjoyed about South Carolina?
I've enjoyed just being able to see something new. I don't know, just growing up in Mississippi my whole life, you know. I mean, and then I kind of went to Arkansas last year. But I think coming here, it's kind of more like the beachy vibe-ish, I guess. And I just really liked it here. You know, go downtown or something, which I mean I haven't really been able to do much, just because I've just been kind of just staying low and, you know, come to the field, go to weights, class, and then basically back to the apartment. So, but I mean, everything's been nice here. I mean, I haven't had any troubles. I've enjoyed all of it, and just, I mean, with COVID, it's kind of put a little restraint on being able to do what I guess normally we do. But it's been pretty nice so far.
What is the most touristy thing you've done?
I think I went downtown and I just kind of just walked around, honestly, just to see kind of some of the historic stuff down there. Really just walking around like King Street and all around there, and just really just kind of seeing it, like, wow, this is pretty nice. So
It's not too
I
bad.
see why a lot of people like this city.
It's
so
beautiful,
yeah, it's
yeah.
beautiful.
I've never been to Arkansas. I've been to Mississippi, but this is probably the coldest place you've lived, and it's
Right.
not even that cold. It's cold today.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wearing a turtleneck.
Well,
but-
Arkansas, I mean, with Little Rock, it kind of got pretty cold, but I mean,
Okay.
we're experiencing now here. I mean, today's a colder day. I think it's been the coldest day so far.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
want to say, but yeah, it seems like it's gonna get a little bit more colder here. But who knows? Honestly, with the way it's
Does
going.
that bother you?
Nah, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. So I think it's gonna be good. So.
All right. I've seen you called Hootie. How'd that nickname come about?
I think it kind of just started when I was in daycare, like or pre-K or whatever. But I don't know I think the kids, they couldn't really say Houston, and so somehow they could say Hootie. So it's kind of just stuck ever since then, and it's just been something that head coaches call me Hootie. Anybody calls me Hootie. Some people don't. Some people say they don't like it, and I was like, well, you have no personality, so that's on you. But I don't know. I don't know if it'll ever die, or I don't think so. I think it's always just gonna be Hootie, and just kind of up to whoever wants to just keep calling me it, I guess.
I feel like you can blame Darius Rucker for that.
Yeah, Hootie
Yeah.
and the Blowfish. Heard that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That
Do
was.
your parents call you Hootie?
Yes, ma'am. They do.
Sounded
They
very
do,
defeated.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
They do. Yeah.
Do you like the nickname?
I love it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's funny. I don't know. I guess it depends on if I'm in trouble or not. What name they call me. So,
That's fair.
nah, I don't get in trouble, but no, but I'm just messing. But yeah, I don't know. I think I like it so far. I don't know. I think it's gonna stick. I don't know.
It's not the worst nickname.
No,
ever,
it's not.
so-
It's better than a lot of other people's.
Exactly.
And, I think it's a good one.
Cool. I think I'm good. Do you have any other questions, Nick?
I've got one last question for
Okay.
you. You're into strength and conditioning. I've seen is that your at-home setup that you have?
Yes, sir. I have a
Oh,
home gym.
Jealous of that. What is your favorite post-workout meal?
Post-workout meal. Obviously, I'll usually do like a shake. Probably put some strawberries and bananas. I usually like a strawberry banana protein shake, and then I usually like to do just like grilled chicken, honestly, and just some rice or like maybe like hibachi style or something like that. I just really just try to just eat that after, and then I really enjoy the shake part more. I don't know, I just kind of like satisfaction just after I just got done lifting, be able to taste something that tastes pretty good. So.
Do you lift any outside of what you have to do for baseball?
Yes, ma'am. I do some. Haven't as much this fall, just we've been lifting more, but usually I do. And then I guess when I go back home, I'll be back in my home gym and then be able to do that every day. So I think usually it's kind of what I try to get something every year for, I guess, Christmas to make the home gym better. So.
Where's your home gym in your house?
Yeah, it's we have a small garage, and
Okay.
then so we have our normal and then small garage, and we basically just kind of cleared it out. I mean, I got PRX system, which comes out from the wall, bench, dumbbells, kettlebells, trap bar, power bar, pretty much like landmine stuff, accessories. I don't know, TRX. I mean, I pretty much.
You don't need a normal membership.
I canceled it. I canceled it. No.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I didn't want to cancel the gym membership that I went to back home, but I was like, nah, I don't need this anymore. I've got everything I need here, and
Right.
so I usually just go there every day and try to. Sometimes I have friends come over and lift, or they want to, or I'm just like, nah, never mind. I'm good. I kind of want to lift by myself right now, but
That was probably a huge help during COVID.
Right,
Yeah. What do you hope Santa brings you this year?
I haven't looked at it. I need some heavier dumbbells, so I think I'm trying to get up to hundreds and have those at the house. So
I need 30s, and I feel like that's
no, I'm trying to get some heavier dumbbells. I don't know, so maybe Santa's good this year, and he'll be able to help me get that. So
Hopefully he has some help. He has a couple elves to lift him.
right, for sure.
Well, I think that about covers
Yeah.
it for me.
Yeah, same here. Thank you so much for your time. We
Yeah, for
appreciate
sure. I appreciate it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Houston, this was great. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank y'all for sure.
Yeah, I'm Nick Case for Anna Whitty and Houston Parker. We're going to be taking some time off for the holidays, for Thanksgiving, but then we'll be back. Until then, we'll see you next time on Buccaneer Insider.